she's a legend on stage and on screen. Her incredible career has spanned over 6 decades, from her role as the hardworking single mom Alice Hyatt to her impressive list of Broadway credits. Now she's guest starring on the CBS drama Elsbeth, and earlier we spoke with the one, the only, Linda Lavin. Take a look. Please welcome to the show, Linda Lavin.
Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi everybody.
This is an honor to have you here. I'm excited. You know, I grew up watching you, so I'm gonna fanboy out a little bit. Linda, you play the co-op board president from hell in Elsbeth, who comes to a tragic death possibly caused by Jane Krakowski. Your character may be a nightmare to deal with, but how was it behind the scenes working with these other funny actors like Jane and Carrie Preston?
So much fun. It really, really was. I played a character who is, they say, a nightmare from hell, you know, but that's other people's opinions of her. I never judge the characters I'm playing. She had a secret, she had a tough life, and she had to stay tough and rule this co-op with an iron fist and an iron mouth, so to speak. And so, of course, everybody hated her, and her demise was, I guess, eventually gonna happen. It was written in the stars, but my God, you know, we laughed a lot, and there was improvisation, and there was all kinds of goodwill and good fun, and wonderful people to work with. Just wonderful. I had the best time.
Elsbeth is an attorney who helps the NYPD, and you actually played an NYPD detective on Barney Miller 50 years ago. Hello,
that
baby.
was my dad's show.
Yeah. Did you give Carrie Preston any pointers on how to play a character who works with cops? You're like, no.
I do that. She knows exactly what she's doing.
Love it.
And the whole team knows exactly how to write for her and care for her. She's dressed in the most interesting way, isn't she? She's glamorous and idiosyncratic at the same time, which is kind of who she is. Smart, you know, and cunning, and committed to doing the work that's in front of her.
Our audience, including myself, definitely know you from Alice. You know, the show which just was a staple, I think, in every household in the 70s and 80s, including mine. But you actually got the call to lead the series just 2 days before you were going to end your contract with CBS. Like, what was that like, getting that call? Did you think it was like a prank call? Like, what was going on?
Well, you know, that's a very good, I thought it was a crank call when the head of Warner Brothers came to me and said, we want to do a series with you. I went under contract with Warner Brothers for 2 years, and they couldn't find anything for me. And as the 2 years was coming to a close, the head of Warner Brothers TV, Alan Shane, with whom I owe him so much, looked up on the shelf, and he called CBS and he said, why haven't we done this show called Alice? Why haven't we picked that up? And they said, well, we haven't got an actress can't find an actress who sings. And Alan Shane, at the head of Warner Brothers TV, said, we've got her under contract. Wow. And it was me. And I was, you know, the contract was up, and they asked me to extend another 2 weeks and sent me the pilot of Alice to read, and it was a knockout. And I knew that that was the next thing I would be doing.
Wow, in the nick of time. How amazing is that? I do want to ask you about this. Playing Alice inspired you to become an advocate for women in the workforce. In fact, Gloria Steinem put you on the cover of Miss Magazine in 1980. I wondered how you feel about the state of the women's rights in the workforce today.
I feel grateful that we've come a distance, and completely frustrated that we haven't come far enough. Alice was a show which gave so many young and older working women, single mothers, courage.
Absolutely.
People would come up to me on the street, right, Tori, and say, say, it's because of Alice that I went back to school. It's because of Alice that I get off welfare. Alice was, you know, not only a mother to so many young children who were latchkey kids, she was the example of the courage in the face of fear. And I think that it's a fearful time right now, and I think that attention has to be paid.
Wow, when I'm very nervous and I sometimes get a little anxious, I'm just going to have little Alice in me. Think about that. Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you for joining us today. DBL Nation, you can stream all episodes of Elsbeth on Paramount+. Thank you so much again, Linda.